Have you also been told that breastfeeding, like the good one and the correct one, should happen every 3 hours, 20 minutes on each side, meaning left and right? And what if I told you now that your baby never got this memo? Hi everyone, I'm Alena, I'm a midwife and psychology student, and today I want to talk about something that has become increasingly important to me, and that's intuitive breastfeeding. Not because breastfeeding is always easy, but because many parents lose the confidence in themselves, in these rules and regulations and these strict methods. And they try so hard to follow the rules, but they stop listening to the person who is actually the one, the recipient, the one who actually matters the most, and that's their baby. What is this intuitive breastfeeding? Intuitive breastfeeding means learning to respond to your baby's cues instead of constantly watching the clock. It doesn't mean feeding whenever you feel like it. It means paying attention to your baby's communication. Babies are born with remarkable instincts. They know how to search for the breast. They know how to suck. They know when they need comfort, and they know when they have had enough. Our job isn't to control the process. Our job is to understand it. Feeding is more than nutrition. One of the biggest misconceptions is that breastfeeding is only about milk, and it's not. Sometimes babies breastfeed because they are hungry, naturally. Sometimes they need to regulate their emotions. Sometimes they are overwhelmed. Sometimes they are tired. Sometimes they simply need reassurance that their safe person is close. The breast is not only food, it's the warmth, it's the safety, it's the connection, pain relief, stress regulation. This isn't a bad habit. This is pure biology. Hunger cues come before crying. Many people believe crying means that the baby is hungry. Well, sometimes they are. But actually, crying is often a late hunger cue. Earlier signs include turning the head side to side, opening the mouth, sticking out the tongue, bringing hands to the mouth, sucking on the fingers, becoming very alert, and making small, searching movements. When we recognize these early signs, breastfeeding is usually calmer and easier. Why schedules don't work for every baby? Every baby is different. We are all different. You know, you, me, and the guy in the supermarket, we all are looking for different things. In general, the focus is the same. Now imagine someone telling you that you may only drink water every 3 hours. For every 3 hours, both sides, left and right. Or what you are only allowed to hug your partner 4 times a day. Morning, for lunch, for afternoon, and maybe at the night. Sounds strange, doesn't it? Babies have the growth spurs. Some days they feed regularly, frequently. Other days they sleep longer. Some feed quickly. Others enjoy slow, comforting feeds. Normal doesn't look the same every day by the same person. Now, cluster feeding. One thing that surprises most new parents is cluster feeding. What it is, a baby may ask the nurse every 20 or 30 minutes for several hours. That's exhausting. And the parents often worry, I don't have enough milk, he's not happy. In reality, cluster feeding is usually completely normal. Frequent feeding stimulates the milk production and helps meet the baby changing needs. It can feel exhausting, and I understand, and been there and done that. But it is often a sign that the breastfeeding is working exactly as the nature intended. Trust your baby, but also check for the bigger picture. Intuitive breastfeeding often means ignoring medical concerns. If your baby isn't gaining weight, has never wet nappies, seems unusually sleepy, or breastfeeding is painful, it is important to seek support. Listening to your baby also means listening when something doesn't seem right. Intuition and the professional guidance can work beautifully together. Trust yourself too. Perhaps the hardest part of becoming a parent is learning to trust yourself again. You will hear advice from family. You will hear advice from friends, social media, books, TV, neighbor, everybody. Sometimes those voices become so loud, but you know your baby better than anyone else. Every feed is basically a conversation. The more you observe, the more fluent you become in your own baby's language. I will show you now the example of intuitive breastfeeding. Take a good pillow, or you can take a pillow for breastfeeding. Make yourself comfortable in the chair, in the armchair, or in the bed. I'll take your baby. Remember the cues we were talking about when the baby turns the head and starts sucking on their fingers and turn the head towards you. They're looking for you and they want to be breastfed. You take your baby, place them comfortably, centered to your breast, so they have the perfect access to your breast. You can squeeze a little bit of milk out so they can smell it, get excited about the feed, and then let them do the job. Let them find the breast, let them start sucking, and let them do what they are pre-designed to do. Enjoy this time together. Don't watch TV, don't scroll, talk to your baby. You can stroke them, you can tell them how much you love them and how long you waited for them. Or you can just tell them about your day. They are really good listeners. Final thoughts. Breastfeeding isn't about achieving perfection. It's about building a relationship. Some families breastfeed for months, some for years, some with formula, some combine both. There isn't the right way. The goal is the communication with your baby, learning to bond with each other and build the secure connection. If you have any questions when it comes to breastfeeding, I'm really happy to help. Leave a comment in the comment section or just reach me with the private email. I reply every message. Have a lovely day and a peaceful night.